me wanna talk back.
Phineas Whitmer, private investigator. I have an appointment with Madame Carlyle. Please wait.
Mr. Whitmer is here to see Madame Carlyle. Go right in.
That is Phineas Whitmer, the famous private investigator hired by Madame Carlyle this morning. I'm curious why he's here. Maybe you should do some detecting yourself, would you say? A famous private investigator summoned by Alexa Carlyle has arrived at Thornbridge Manor. If you take his place, it may be an opportunity to get close to Madame Carlyle.
Mr. Whitmer, thank you for coming on such short notice. A great tragedy has fallen upon us, and I need a quick resolution, handled with absolute discretion.
Results and discretion are my speciality.
Very well. I suppose you will want to start at the crime scene.
In my experience, a thorough examination of a potential crime scene is half the job done.
Good. Fernsby will take over.
I am Mr. Fernsby, the butler. Madame Carlyle has asked me to assist you in any way possible. Mr. Whitmer, I understand that you travel from London. Would you care for some refreshments? Or do you prefer to go straight to Mr. Zachary's sleep?
I prefer to get started.
As you wish. If you'll follow me, sir. I feel obliged to point out that current affairs surrounding Madame Carlyle are of a delicate nature. You may be be familiar with the recent announcement of her death. You'll probably learn that the staged funeral is scheduled to take place tomorrow. Madam's children were not informed until this morning that their mothers had not dared at all. So please bear in mind if they seem affected by the rather unlikely situation. I trust I do not need to remind you that there will be consequences if word gets out that Madame Carlyle is still alive.
I'll consider her dead when I leave.
Before you inspect the crime scene, I will tell you this. The case concerns the death of Mr. Zachary, Madame Carlyle's younger brother. He was found dead in his bed this morning. The door was locked from the inside, and a suicide letter was found in his room. However, Madame Carlyle suspects foul play and will not accept that he took his own life. I've prepared some information for you, so please do come and see me and finish your investigation of the crime scene. This is Mr. Zachary's room, to my right.
A locked room murder mystery 47. I trust you'll get to the bottom of this. Zachary was shopping for New Wellingtons last night. Not exactly what you would expect from someone suicidal. Zachary's suicide note. Also, a sample of handwriting. It could be relevant to compare to other samples to establish its authenticity. Why don't you use your camera to scan the dead body, 47?
Throat markings indicate a rare, short-lived plant poison killed him. Spread shows time of death at around 10 o'clock last night.
You do know your poisons, 47.
A hidden door.
It's a secret passage. This could explain how the door was locked from the inside. A photocopy of the floor plans. Somebody's been researching the secret ins and outs of Thornbridge Manor. I believe you've done a thorough search of the crime scene, 47. Maybe it's time to see the butler. I'm curious about the information he's prepared for you.
Mr. Fernsby, I'm done with the crime scene.
Did you establish your time of death?
Zachary died around 10 o'clock last night.
That means the staff got off duty. And Madame Carlyle and the security arrived this morning. That means Madame's family and myself, as the only persons here when he died. And before you ask, no, I do not have an alibi. I was alone in my office at the time of death. Here's the material that I prepared for you. It's a list of the possible suspects and their quarters. Hopefully that will help you keep track of your findings. Please come and see me when you've solved the case, and I will take you to Madame Carlyle.
So how does
Mr.
one
Fernsby?
solve a murder mystery, 47?
Have enough evidence? to
Motive,
present your case
means,
for
and
Madame
opportunity, I
No,
believe.
not yet.
May I suggest you ask the suspects for alibis? Or perhaps you prefer searching the manor for clues first?
Patrick Carlyle. Can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Shit, it's that sneaky butler, isn't it? He ratted me out. Elaine, give us some privacy, would you? Don't tell her that, okay? She's really tense these days, and the last thing I need is more hassle. I took that pretty blonde, Rosie, for an evening stroll. I mean, how the fuck am I expected to cope for an entire weekend in this shithole? I'm bored out of my mind. So, is that it?
What did you think of Zachary?
Creepy as hell. No ambition. Imagine deciding to live in a museum. You know, Father says Zachary and Alexia used to be two of a kind. He had a great future ahead of him. Then suddenly, he just gave up everything. What an idiot. Thank God Daddy chose looks and brains over pedigree when he married Mummy. I don't have to worry about the inbreedings and customary. So, if that's all, I think I'll get... back to my slow death by boredom.
Did you see anything suspicious last night?
Nah. I reckon Zachary told himself. I know I'm... Or perhaps Mr. Fernsby. I don't like... He could have done it.
Gregory Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Well, you're wondering about my alibi, Mr. Detective. Well, I left Thornbridge around 8:30 for a pint with Edward. I wish I had quiz night at the inn. On the other hand, staying here with Zachary, my obnoxious sister, and the wife sporting another one of her headaches would have been fate worse than death. The short of it, Zachary was very much alive when we left. I stayed for the last shout, and I was back here just before midnight. Anything else you want to pry from my intricate intellect?
Tell me about Zachary.
Zach? Huh. Such a sad old sod. A bit heavy on the bottle, but who could blame him? Only company he had was his rare plants and mother, who travels more than she stays here. Honestly, I can't say which is the bigger bore. He's better off dead. Is that all? Not very
Anything else you'd like to tell me?
Nothing really. I'm just enjoying the show. Our perfect mother obviously fucked up, didn't she? Faking her own death. You know, she's explained nothing to us. I think she's scared to own up to her own mistake.
Tell me where you were yesterday evening.
Surely I'm not a suspect.
I need to account for everyone.
Well, I spent the evening with my family, but I got an awful migraine and had to take to bed. Everyone can attest to that. I believe I went up when the boys sat down for a drink around 8 o'clock. Anything else you want to know?
How did you feel about Zachary?
I might as well be honest. His presence was always awkward. But how do you have a meaningful conversation with a man who only cares about plants? In my opinion, Alexa bears some responsibility for how this ended. She supported his self-limiting behavior by letting him live. Is that all?
Have you noticed anything else out of the
Sir.
Rebecca Carlyle, can you tell me about yesterday evening?
We don't really see much of each other, my brothers and I. I suppose it takes our mother's funeral to bring us together, and even then, it's not like we sit on each other's laps. Now, let's see. Patrick, Gregory's son, disappeared straight after dinner. You know, I think he might be in some sort of trouble. Edward wanted to go as well, but Gregory convinced him to stay for a few drinks before they went off for a pint at the local at 8:45. I swear Gregory enjoys Edward's discomfort over staying here. I had a conference call with my New York office at 9, so I spent 3 hours on my laptop in my room and went straight to bed afterwards. I don't know about Emma. She did act a bit strange. You know, I bet she was making lists for changes needing to be done once she gets her hands on Thornbridge Manor. Quite the shock she had when Mother arrived during breakfast. Is that everything, Mr. Whitmer? I do have a lot to see to.
Tell me about Zachary. Did he act strange last night?
You know, now you mention it, he was a lot more chatty than usual. He wanted to know about my connections in the publishing business. Apparently, a friend of his is writing a book, which strikes me as very cute. I didn't think he had any friends. Is there anything else you want to know?
Anything else you feel like mentioning?
I may be wrong, but I saw Mr. Ferns picking up the button, leave Zachary's room early this afternoon. And he seemed a bit startled when he saw me in the hallway. It's probably nothing. Oh, and one more thing. Please be kind to Edward. He can only take so much. Is that everything, Mr. Whitman? I do have a lot to say to you.
Tell me your whereabouts for last night.
Oh, yes. This breakfast is happening. I stay at the local inn. You see, I prefer not to spend the night here at Thornbridge Manor. But Gregory came into the nightclub. Never admitted he understands that I'm something upset. Provide some comfort. I believe we went to the States at 8:30. Anything else I can do to help?
Can you tell me about Zachary's behavior last night?
Oh, certainly didn't expect you to do this voice. Sure, I'll say it.
case for Madame Carlyle?
No, not yet.
Come and see me when you do.
Mr. Fernsby?
Mr. Whitmer, you have enough evidence to present your case for Madame Carlyle?
No, not yet.
Come and see me when you do.
Mr. Fernsby?
Mr. Whitmer, you have enough evidence to present your case for Madame Carlyle?
No, not yet.
Come and see me when you do.
That is the door to Rebecca's room. I can see from the log that Rebecca was in a conference call from 9 p.m. to midnight last night. That door leads to Emma and Gregory's room. A keychain pendant for the green room. What's that doing in Emma and Gregory's room, I wonder? And why is the key missing? Now this is interesting, 47. A letter from Emma's mother stating that Emma is the illegitimate child of Alexa's late older brother, Montgomery. And listen to this. She claims to have witnessed Alexa and Zachary murder him. The plot thickens.
I should get back to...
Get back to...
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Broken lab equipment. Looks like it was recently.
Since I've taken ownership of everything. The dosages for the poison are listed exactly.
Something is circled 47. Female, age 65 to 79, 60 to 64 kilograms. I'd say Madame Kail is next in line for a poisoning. You have uncovered enough evidence to tell Madame Carlyle that Emma is the murderer. Quite the detective, 47. I'm impressed. I suggest you go tell Mr. Ferns. Unless you think there are more secrets to uncover. Zachary's diary. This is him. He was about to confess to the world that he and Alexa murdered their older brother Montgomery 46 years ago. And apparently, Mr. Fernsby helped make the murder look like an accident.
Painkillers.
And 47.
Lethal for
The
use
handwriting doesn't match the suicide letter in his room, proving he didn't write it himself. But not the poison
I live inside my own world of make-believe.
Considering to frame
Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and
Maybe you
bleach.
should tell him you are ready to
Cross
present your
out
findings.
the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep.
47?
I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. tape my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything.
Your detective skills have gained you access to the lion's den.
My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright.
Now you've reached a conclusion. Take a seat. Please, go ahead. Shh.
The butler, Mr. Fernsby, killed Zachary. I found pills in his towers that catches the poison that killed your brother.
Devils hide behind redemption.
I found Zachary's
Honesty
room.
is a one-way gate to hell. I want to taste consumption. Faster to which stocks in. Hear the children sing aloud.
50 years
Music till the wick
The murder
burns out.
of your older brother, Montgomery.
That's outrageous. No such thing.
No need to feign innocence. I know a killer when I see him, and my discretion is assured.
Just wanna be
Also
carefree
described Mr.
lately.
Fernsby helped you stage the
Picking
murder
up days. He's got one too
I
many
believe he
quarters
killed
in
Zachary not to be exposed.
like the rolling doors in my pocket. Untied laces, yeah. Just tripping
You were
on
wrong,
days.
Mr.
Dreams got dirty little
He did not
alibis
do it to
playing.
protect himself.
Might as well just rot around the nursery
Protect
and
the
count sheep.
Carlisle legacy. Mr. Fernsby understands that sacrifices must be made to secure stability and prosperity. Mr. Whitmer, I'd appreciate it if your findings never leave this room. I understand Fernsby's actions, and there is no need for them to have more consequences than they already have. Fernsby was very fond of Zachary, and I'm sure his decision will haunt him to the day he dies. About your review, have you considered an amount?
I want to find
Arthur Edwards, the constant. That must mean you're... I expected you to show up. But you're not here to respond. If you were, you would have already. The enemy of my... You can have it. You earned it.
Good work, 47. That's the file on Arthur Edwards secured. Time to take care of Madame Carla. Mission complete. Well done, 47.
none. Thank you, Miss Burnwood. Now, it's my turn.
You think you've won? 47 is up. And 47 never misses his
That's what makes you valuable.
You think I would betray 47?
Trust me.
What is this?
I told you we could help each other. And I meant it.
Yeah.
Gray is gone. Go to Berlin and stay out of sight. We're all that's left now.
Oh, you make me wanna talk back.